God, who's gonna watch my videos? Why should I? Hey y'all, it's Gil. Please subscribe, like, comment, and hit that little bell so you're notified every single time I post a new video. So it has been a while since my last video. I'll put that video in the cards, but it was a journey. Like, I had a lot of healing, still going through healing. I had to be very graceful to myself. I had to like focus on the basics. And of course I have, if you watch my videos for any amount of time, I talk about therapy, the importance of therapy. So I'm glad that I was already on my therapy journey because, you know, at least I didn't start from ground zero. And that's not to say that you cannot start therapy whenever, but like, I'm happy that I was here. And if you're not going through anything right now, I think it's always a good time to start therapy. Get those tools under your belt so that, you know, if something does happen in your life, like, you are equipped to handle it. So of course, one of my goals for every year is to read 10 books by the end of the year. I have not been reading my books, you know, going through what I've been going through medically. But my first book back, I think this was Divine Intervention. I think, you know, it was very much necessary and needed that I read this book. Bamboozled by Jesus, How God Tricked Me into the Life of My Dreams by Yvonne Orji. And so now we know Yvonne, Molly on Insecure, HBO comedy special, Good Sis. I definitely think we dragged her, y'all did, I did not, for the last season of Insecure. But this book is so inspiring. I think this is what really helped me get back to creating and back to doing my videos. And so we all go through, I think every YouTuber goes through, you know, super motivated, doing your videos, you know, every week on schedule, and then something, life happens, and it happens for everybody. And then you get back into that scared mode. Oh my God, who's gonna watch my videos? Why should I do videos and everything? And so, like I said, Divine Intervention, I definitely needed to read this book. As you know, I'm a follower of Christ. You know, I am very into having a relationship with God and Jesus. And this book has a lot of references to the Bible. As you know, Yvonne, same thing, you know, very big advocate of having a relationship with Jesus Christ. And so I think organized religion makes this a daunting task sometimes, you know, reading the Bible, knowing these stories, memorizing and things. And so if you are starting your journey or in the middle of your journey, or, you know, you've read the Bible, have it, there's a lot of good, you know, references to Bible stories, breaks them down, and then she applies them to real life, her real life. And so definitely for anybody who is interested in that journey, on that journey at any point, and even if you're not, you know, the inspiration in this book is enough to read it. And so she breaks her life down into 3 sections. The first one is The Burden, that's the title. And so I am not Nigerian American, but I do know I have Nigerian American friends, and so you guys all kind of say the same things. Like, there are very specific occupations that your parents want you to go into, and definitely the case for Yvonne. And so her, you know, the first part of the book is talking about her childhood, but also going to college and doing pre-med so that she can become a doctor, you know, give back to her community, things like that. And so, but she was also very, very keen on having the college experience. Read the book. But, you know, one of her first experiences on college was going to a seminar by a pastor, and where she gave her life to Jesus Christ. And, you know, she talks about this a lot, but, you know, committing to not having premarital sex. So, you know, one of the very first things that she was bamboozled into doing was comedy. And so you go from, okay, I want to be, you know, a doctor, to I'm going to be a comedian. And I'm sure, you know, all those thoughts, and she talks about it, of like, okay, number one, am I even that funny? I mean, who said I wanted to do this? Who? And so, but, you know, having the faith, and she set out on this comedic journey. And so the thing is about faith, you have to put in the work. You know, he might give you the vision, he tells you what to do, but you have to actually put in some sweat equity. And so she started the journey, and so there was plenty of times where, you know, she would be in a venue, like, how can I pack this venue out? How can I get people here? Who's gonna wanna hear me? Am I even that funny, like I said before? But a lot of times when we're doing things, like, we want to have all the resources laid out. All the resources. And so that's not how it works. That's not faith. If you have everything that you need, then you don't have to have faith in your higher power, because you have everything you need. But knowing that if he gives you this vision, that, you know, he's gonna set the things in place. You do have everything you need, it just might not be at the same time. And you have to go through this journey, especially with like actors and entertainers. Like, we see them, you know, on a hit show like Insecure, and we're like, oh, this is their first thing, this is their first gig, not knowing that there was a 10, 12 year journey before. But that journey is to build character, to build tenacity, to learn how to deal with adversity. Like, we all know, you know, YouTubers who just, you know, got famous overnight over a great video. But, you know, that doesn't happen for most of us. It doesn't happen always. And so the next section, the building, is going through that journey. And what I love is how she talks about being a servant. And I think that's a soft skill that we do not pay enough attention to. Like, we want to go ahead and get into a job and get the big bucks and have the accolades and have the recognition, and, you know, it does not always work like that. Most of the time it does not work like that. And so she talks about taking the internship, being unpaid, you know, moving from New York to LA, you know, not having housing and a car and everything, but knowing that with the faith, knowing that I'm going to be of service to someone else, that those things will be brought to you. And so, you know, she ended up with housing, she ended up with the car, because of serving others, she was served. And so, if you do know any stories of Jesus Christ, like, that was his thing. Like, he was a servant to others, and not, you know, expecting everybody to, you know, come to him and do everything for him. And so, even in, you know, another thing I love that she talks about is how real the relationship with, you know, Jesus is. Like, it's not all rainbows and sunshine, of course, on either end. Like, she talks about being mad at Jesus. She talks about, you know, being frustrated, having these real conversations that I don't think organized religion always teaches us that we can have, but how important they are, because your relationship with Jesus is just like, you know, your relationship with anybody else. You want that closeness. You know, God wants to know how you feel. He wants to, he wants you to be real with him. And so that's how you build, you know, that real relationship. And, you know, in the third section, hold on. The breakthrough is, you know, landing that big role. But not only landing that big role, you know, and that's Insecure and other roles, you know, definitely read the book, but how we often do this, you know, oh, there's more people who have better videos, who have better editing, who have people to edit for them. And, you know, with her, there was other actresses who have more work under their belt, that have been in the industry longer, that know more people, and still landing that role because that role was for her. And even though she got that breakout role and she's starting to, you know, get the money that she wants, you know, the recognition, and still being a servant, especially to Issa. And I think that's so amazing to, like, I think sometimes you have to go through the journey, so when you get there, you don't forget those core values that got you here in the first place. And servitude was definitely one for Yvonne. And she talks about this one story that I can relate to so much, about the housing market and trying to buy a house, and, you know, the same things. Do I have enough? Can I maintain? Am I going to be able to afford it? And you know, talking to Jesus, having these conversations, Same thing I'm doing, you know, I don't know about your housing market, but mine is insane right now. People are paying insane prices over the asking price, of course cash, and I'm like, I literally just had to be like, no, Jesus, I need you. Like, I can't do this alone. I don't have that over asking price. If it's for me, it is for me. And if not, there is something better. And so she definitely talks about different examples of that exact same thing throughout the book. What I really, really love about this book too is there are affirmations in the back. And if you have watched any of my other videos with affirmations, you know I'm gonna give you a few. I believe I will not lose. I cannot lose. I don't know how to lose. I believe that if God gave the vision, He will provide the provisions. I believe favor follows me wherever I go. I believe somebody, somewhere, is using their power, ability, and influence on my behalf. And of course, I believe I will allow myself to get bamboozled by Jesus. And so those are some that resonated with me. I hope they resonate with you, especially if you're a YouTuber, especially if you're going after your dreams, your goals, if you are planning, if you are working, this is the book for you. I am praying for you on your journey. I hope that you are busting it. I hope if you have fell off, I hope that you know that it's okay. I hope that you know that you can get back on the horse. I hope that you know that failing is a part of the journey and it's going to be a part of your testimony when you tell your story. Like Yvonne, like I know I'm gonna do one day. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for, you know, allowing me the grace to get over and still be working through the process of getting over what I've been through. I hope you are doing the same. I have been filming. I have ideas, so I do have more videos. There will not be, hopefully, a big break like this, but if so, I promise you it is because of something, you know, needing to take care of myself so that I can be the best for you guys and for these videos. As always, please subscribe, like, comment, and hit that little bell so you're notified every single time I post a new video, and there will be a new video. Bye.